All right, section 6.4, rectangles. So a rectangle is a parallelogram, and it has 4 right angles, which I think you all know. Okay? Here are the new things. It's a parallelogram. It also has 4 right angles. Everything else you see right here, we already learned from parallelograms. And something new is that all of these now are congruent. Both diagonals are exactly the same. They are congruent. We'll check this out. Now, I'm going to zoom in. These become isosceles triangles so that these angles are congruent here, and these angles are congruent here. And that'll come into play a little bit later on. All right, so let's take an example. A rectangular park has 2 walking paths. TS equals 120. So here's TS. That's 120. Find PR. And I'm going to draw that in red. So I need to find the whole thing. We'll check this out. We just marked all of those congruent, which means that this one, QT, is also 120, and I just do 120 plus 120, and I get 240 for my answer. Because PR is equal to QS. They are both the same length. All of those segments are 120, and they add up to 240. Okay, here's another thing about the angles. So I'm going to break this into triangles for us so we can see the triangles. I'm just outlining this basically so you can see the box. Okay, we know that these are all the same. We know that these are going to be the same. We know that these are going to be the same, and so on. Okay, PRS. Right down here, I'm going to write it in red. This is 64. So find SQR. So I'm looking for this angle. Okay, we'll check this out. What do these 2 angles add up to in a rectangle? Okay, they add up to 90. So 90 minus 64 equals 26. And so that is the answer. Because if this is 26, then this is also 26 because those are the same. Okay, let's try some of these ideas here. Okay, once again, we can mark all of these equal. That means x plus 21, which is UZ, that's going to equal ZS, which is 3x minus 15, minus x. 21 equals 2x minus 15, add 15, add 15. We get 36 equals 2x divided by 2. X equals 18. But it says find US. Okay? US is the whole thing. First, I got to find UZ. So I'm going to plug this back in. I'm going to find that UZ equals 18 plus 21, which is 39. And 39 times 2 equals 78. So 78 will be the entire distance. So what I did was I found x, and then I found this segment right here was 39. 2 39s will give me 78. Okay, let's mark our diagonals again. We're dealing with diagonals. So these are all the same. So RZ is 3x plus 8. It's going to equal ZS. They are all the same. 6x minus 28. Okay, so if I minus 3x, I'm going to continue writing over here. 8 equals 3x minus 28 plus 28 plus 28. 36 equals 3x. Divide by 3. X equals 12. I'm trying to find UZ. I'm trying to find that. Well, all I got to do is I got to plug 12 back in. So 3, I'm going to draw it over here. 3 times 12 plus 8 equals, if I do all that math, is 44. Okay, same thing down here. All of these are equal. Okay, now, a little more challenging. RT, which is this whole thing here, is 5x plus 8. But guess what? RZ is 4x plus 1, and I know that 2 of those will add up to 5x plus 8. 2 of those, they're congruent, they're the same thing, will add up to that. 8x plus 2, and now I subtract 5x, 8 equals 3x plus 2, subtract 2, 6 equals 3x, divide by 3, x equals 2. Then it says find ZT. I'm just going to plug it back in to RZ, which I'll write in this little box here. 4 times 2 plus 1 equals 9. Okay, now we'll talk about angles. Angle SUT. Okay, let's mark them congruent. This is congruent to this. And then I'll do the other ones in red because it'll be easier to see. And then I need 2 marks here, 2 marks here, 2 marks here, 2 marks here. SUT is 3x and RUS. Find angle SUT. Well, check this out. I'm going to highlight these. Here's SUT. Here's RUS. What do those 2 angles add up to? Those 2 angles in a rectangle will add up to 90. 3x plus 6 plus 5x minus 4 equals 90. Combine like terms. I get 8x plus 2 minus 2 minus 2. 8x equals 88. Divide by 8. X equals 11. It says find SUT. So I'm going to take my 11, plug it in here, and that will give me 39 degrees. Okay, we're dealing with angles here one more time. Once again, I'm going to mark my picture. Very, very important to mark your pictures. SRT, I'm going to highlight it. SRT is that red one right there. UTR is this red one right here. Now I know that they are equal. X plus 9 equals 2x minus 44 minus x minus x. 9 equals x minus 44. Now I'm going to add 44 to both sides. X equals 53. Now it says find UTR. Okay, so I am going to take 53 and put it in there where I just circled. 2 times 53 minus 44, 106 minus 44, and that will give me 62. Okay, let's look over here. RSU. I'll get a different color here. RSU is right here in orange. TUS is right here in orange. They are equal. We're doing the same thing. Why don't you guys try this one on your own? We set them equal. Subtract x. 41 equals 2x plus 9. Subtract 9. Subtract 9. 32 equals 2x. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. X equals 16. But then it says find RSU. Take the 16 back in to right there where I circled. 16 plus 41 equals 57. And I believe the last thing we are going to do, if the diagonals are congruent, if we see a picture like this on a parallelogram and it showing that these are parallel, then